What's up guys, Mitch Starkman here, Physiotherapist, and welcome back to Movement Mondays. So today we're taking a look at the squat and talking about something we get a little bit of a hip pinch in the front. Some people complain they can't get down quite deep enough in their squat, they're having issues getting down to the bottom position. And here we're talking about, as you go down to a squat, if you can get your hips below plane and what might be limiting that. So sometimes that's mobility of the hip capsule or ankles or mid-back. Other times it's actually anatomical. So we're going to take a look at a case of actually more anatomical based stuff and show a little bit of a tweak for it. So again, ability to get back down into that sort of bottom squat position. Okay, so I'll grab that phone over here. And here we have the handsome Andrew. Here he is. And before we even take a look, we want to just watch him do his squat. So if you hold your side to us, Andrew, feet narrow stance. So we're talking about stance position. So he's in a narrow stance position, which kind of heels under hips. And he's going to drop down into his squat. Awesome. I come back up. So you can see one more time for us there, Andrew. So he comes down, and you can see more of that upward plane. Now, Andrew, if you go pretty wide stance for us, maybe double that width, a little wider. Yeah, so he's a little wide set now. Probably a little exaggerated, but if he comes down again, he can get quite a bit lower. One more time for us, Andrew. Awesome. So he's a little lower in his squat movement. Did that feel better, Andrew, with it wide?
Good,
Yeah. Now, if you come on your back for us, I want to show you guys how to test this on yourselves. So if he comes on his back. And sorry for the weird viewing here, guys, but Andrew, if you bring your knee up into your chest, good, and let me kind of hold this for us. So if we bring this up, that's kind of where his hip is blocked. You guys can see that's about straight 90 degrees, straight up and down. Now if I bring him down, and we bring him out to the side, up here, and now come up again, now all of a sudden he's sitting up at probably about 120 degrees hip flexion. So again, from there, we bring him in, and we get to about there in his range. So just changing his hip position will change that. So you guys can lay it on your back and you can try that yourselves. Andrew, if you come up for us, we just want to show people how to test it themselves. So if you face your side to me and bring your knee up into your chest straight up. So I like to see this get to at least someone's belly button. So you can see Andrew's just a little bit above plane. And then now, Andrew, if you can come down and move your knee to the side and come out up again there. Awesome. And you can see he's sitting higher now and a bit more movement. Come back down. Awesome. Does it feel a little bit more, Andrew, when you do it that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can definitely feel
awesome.
difference.
So if you sneak that for me, just take a look at me with that, Andrew. So if you're someone that's got tight hips, so Andrew's a guy that we want to do his squat or his movements, we want him to be a bit wider in his position. Now, anatomically, he's not going to get much more range, but we can work on it a little bit. And if you're someone that's just tight in the hip, then we might be able to work on your range. So what you can do is grab onto a table or something with a little bit of height to it, drive your knee up into a flex position, keeping your back straight and tall. And then what you want to do is, bending from the other knee, you're going to drop down to increase your hip range in that flex position while keeping yourself tall. So again, you're going to come here, drive your hip up, and press down into that hip flex position, taking that knee, stretching it up, keeping your back neutral. I don't want to see this happening, because then we're going to be kind of ranking on stuff in your lower back. So again, one more time, up, here, press, and hold, and drive that stretch into the back. Okay? Do you maybe want to see Andrew give that a try?
Yes, we do.
So if we have Andrew give that a shot. Remember, he's a guy with a tight hip anatomically, so he won't get too much range here, but just to show you guys how it's done, he's there, he's stretched. Good, he's dropping down. Awesome. How's that feel?
Good.
Feel a stretch?
Yeah.
And you can see that he's getting that hip a little bit more above plane, and he can drop down, and he should be feeling a bit of a stretch into his back butt here as he gets down. That's a pretty good hip range there. Good, and he's keeping his back nice and neutral there as he does that. Awesome. So that's the deal, guys. Drive your hip up into range and make sure you're doing your movements well. And if you're squatting, he's pinching because your hips don't move well anatomically. Don't squat that like that.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.